Hello, Kat here, and today, as I promised, I'm going to show you how to put together my Deer in Snow floating ornaments. This is one of my most popular ornaments every year, and I know that you can make it too. Firstly, you're going to need a few items to begin with. These ornaments I got in a pack of 25 from Micheals, and they are plastic. I then have sheets of acetate that I cut into the design which goes inside the ornament. It's literally a circle with a square welded onto it in the right size. This is my pre-cut and weeded tree, my deer, and a piece of transfer tape. My snow, you can use whatever you want for snow. I use this sparkly snow, and a ribbon, any ribbon you fancy, and my trusty glue gun. Now the first step is to peel off your transfer tape and attach it to the tree. Now this is actually contact paper, so it comes quite cheap in the rolls. I do use Cricut transfer tape when I need to, especially the strong grip tape for glitter vinyl. But this contact paper works fine, and I can use it over and over until it's not sticky anymore. Now this is actually the tree before I weeded it. As you can see, it's quite intricate. It does take a minute to weed it, but this is the result after you've weeded it. You've got all those tiny little branches which actually catch on the snow really nicely. So we press down the transfer tape, we flip it over, and we peel back against itself. And that means that the vinyl isn't going to come up on that backing as well and stay on that transfer tape. So this acetate sheet actually has a protective sheet on the back. So you want to make sure you're sticking this on the side that doesn't have that sheet on it. And push it down. Press it nice and flat. Obviously, once you've put it down, you can't peel it back up again. So make sure you position it correctly the first time, because you'll be upset if you have to peel it off or cut it again. So there we go. We have the tree. And we're now going to pick up the deer. Press it down, flip it over, and peel off the backing. Just like we did with the tree, make sure that it's stuck as you peel it back. And then you can literally put this anywhere you fancy. I like to position the stag just slightly in front of the tree and the doe a little bit to the left next to him. You want to make sure that they're not going to be completely buried in snow, that there's enough room underneath to add the snow, and so it looks like they're standing on top of it. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to share with you my top tip on ribbons, tying your own bows and making sure they don't fray. Now you want to make sure you peel off the backing of this, because otherwise it won't be completely clear. And now it's time to put it inside the ornament. So here's the trick, or the tricky bit, as they say, and it does take a little bit of practice. You want to curl it. Now you can curl this around a pen, or you can just curl it like I do and touch it as minimal as possible, because you don't want your fingerprints all over that acetate. It helps to clean your hands with the alcohol before you start, and that takes off any oils off your skin. So now you need a funnel. Anyone will do. This is my favourite Tupperware one, and it works perfectly for the snow. And as you can see, the ornament doesn't stand on its own, so I've tucked it inside an egg carton here, so it stands up straight while I hold the funnel and the snow. And I really don't measure this, I just kind of put a little bit in and see if that's enough. So remember, it's easier to put a little bit in and add some more than it is to put too much and take it out. Plus, a little bit at a time goes in the ornament a lot easier. Now I like to hot glue this in place. I do the same with my Sawdust is Man glitter ornaments, and it just stops the insides spilling out all over the place and making a bit of a mess. So it does dry pretty quick, so you want to get that on there as soon as you've got it on, hold it, and then it should dry pretty fast. So now I'm going to make the ribbon for the bow. I have lots of different ribbons, so I like to make my own, because then I can choose for each ornament to match. But you can use pre-made bows if you've got some to hand. And this is the easiest way I know how to tie my bows. They can be a little tricky. If you want to use a ribbon that has the pattern on both sides, or like a satin on both sides, then that's going to be easier. This one I did twist the bottom bit at the back so that the snowflakes are on the front on both sides. And then a nice sharp pair of scissors to trim those edges. You can shape the edges however you like, but I do have a top tip for you here because ribbons can fray. So in order to stop mine fraying, I have a nifty little trick, a lighter. And you want to just get it near the edge, not set fire to it. Just a little bit just to melt it slightly, and that will stop the edges from fraying. That's an old tip from my ballet dance days. So there you go. And now again with the hot glue, just on the back of that bow, and press it on the front. I like to stick it to the silver part here, but you can attach it to the loop at the top. If you have any questions, please add them in the comments below and I will try and answer them for you. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, turn on that notifications bell, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.